This is a traditional old idea where there are not much techniques are being involved. This is the old PM project management, but important because this gives a basic concept of project ecosystem. What is project ecosystem? One is its processes. Why processes? No champion driven, no ad hoc, no something कि अभी मेरे मन में आ गया तो ऐसे ही करते. No, you don't have choice. It has to be process oriented, which has to be documented, which has to be followed strictly. No way. Like PowerPoint is a process oriented teaching. If there is no PowerPoint, I would have given you a lecture even more fluently, but I might have forget some points or might have probably drifted away from my main subject. So PowerPoint actually ensures that I don't move out from my subject. I remain there and I complete each and everything which I'm supposed to tell you. So no champion driven approaches, only process driven approaches. Then we require people who are competent, capable, skillful, knowledgeable, responsible, accountable. Then only the projects can be done. You have, like India have a project of creating vaccine. Now, can we say the SNDT, Department of Education Technology, will take a lead and create a vaccine? So you might be honest, but you might be sincere and hardworking, but you got no domain knowledge, you got no skill, you have no competencies. So how you will be able to do it? So you require also a set of people who are domain experts, who knows that, who are knowledgeable, who know tools, techniques, methods, the way that it is to be executed. Then we require tools. Now it is also come out with techniques also. It is not only tools, but also a technique. For example, project management is there for thousands of years. As I said, even the Kailasa temple was built up by, or Taj Mahal was built up, then they also had something, what is known as, the project planning. But they did not have a tool like MS Project. They did not have a tool like Open Project, or they did not have a tool like Prince 2. That doesn't mean that they were not doing project management. They were doing, but there were tools and techniques available. But now there is a techniques available. There are tools available, which definitely impact on cost, time, efforts on the project. So project management has got these three parts as an ecosystem. So processes, people, tools determine how the work gets done. But the importance is on a different parameter. For example, some people say that these are projects which are not tool oriented. These are the projects which are people oriented. Let's take an example of vaccine. Is it a tool oriented project? No, it is a human oriented project. It's an intelligent or knowledge oriented project. So every project may have these all three important, but it is not necessary that all three are equal. Sometimes processes are very important. Sometimes, like in the construction industry, my people are very smart and they can really work fast. So we can make one slab in one day and the other slab on the second day and third slab on the fifth day. But the process doesn't allow you to do that because slab curing time is 21 days. You cannot put another slab less than 21 days. So there are certain times there are processes are dominating onto the people also. Okay, their own strengths and weaknesses. So based on the project, we have to define what is possible and what is not possible, what is more important and what is less important. But all three are required. These are more slides for enhancing what I'm been saying. Okay, there are policies and procedures. Like suppose I have a process. For example, in India, we have a process of giving vaccine through our health ecosystem in the country. But now there is a new policy that it is to be given free. Now, the moment we say to be given free, then we have a very large number to address. We require planning to be done. It's like similar when we go to aircraft, for example. What is the process that you have what you call it? You have a ticket and you go there and it gets scanned and then you're supposed to go and accommodate onto boarding pass. You're supposed to go and accommodate on your seat. This is the process defined. But the problem is something different. All 340 people flock at the gate, nobody will be able to go. So what they are saying, They are saying the first part which will go is seat number 1 to 10. Why? Because they have to travel a longer distance. So they, other people will not get disturbed because of them. So first they will send that lot. Then the girls and the pregnant woman, because they don't have to really kick 1,000 people and reach there. So then we have a second lot of people. Then we have a third lot of which are closer to the door. So all this is like policy. So policy plays over the processes to make the life simpler. So these are things which we will cover at the later stage when we'll go, but these are just to probably enhancing onto that. I already covered these things on this. So in the techniques now, I have not discussed much about. We are talking about tools. What is the tools that we can construct the bridges? We have to have a pillar. But what is new technique? New technique is a prefabricated, prefabricated. What I say, the portions need to be brought in on transportation and then to be loaded and attached to each other. So the life becomes simpler. So even in a very breezy road or very narrow road like Muhammad Ali Road, you can actually have a bridge with 6 lanes. Can it be built there? No, it cannot be built there because there is no space. But then we have a technique that we have prefabricated bridges which will be transported into pieces here, which will be just raised and locked in, and then we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then eventually we build a bridge. So these kind of models, techniques too, these are not tools, these are techniques. Okay, so every business will have technique. For in your case, suppose we have something which is okay, I'm saying you have a tools which are like graphic tools like AutoCAD or something authoring tools. We have something like 3D Studio Max or something of that kind. Now we have something which is a technique where you have storytelling Alexa, where you have an animated character. So you write in English and it will speak. So this is a technique. No? This will save your time to develop a content. Or you have a text to read engine. So which is readily available. So you don't have to really go to studio and record every sentence. You can just write, and let the sentence come in. So these are the different techniques which are beyond tools, okay, are being used, and that's really add value to the ecosystem.